Good Friday, or actually it could be Saturday. I guess.
It'll be Saturday. Yeah.
It's really messing me up now. So
Yeah.
it's
Let's
it
just
can't be. It ain't even on the same day now. Like what the
yeah.
hell?
Let's just say hello.
Yeah.
Greetings and
Hi, say
salutations.
you say hi low. We're trying to say hi and hello at the same time. So
Yeah, that's right.
hi low.
Hello.
Oh man. Anyway, welcome to our Friday night edition.
Yep.
Metalheads Unite. Just before we get into it, this will be our last one for 4 weeks, I think.
4 weeks.
Is that right?
Yeah.
4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Chris has some family coming into town, and then I will be in Ireland for
Yep.
almost 3 weeks. So
Yeah. And I'll be going out of town for 4th of July.
right.
So yeah, we got a little bit of a break coming up. So
yeah. So I don't know if we've ever took one that long before.
we haven't. The one that we had to take when you had the surgery on your
that's
sinuses
right.
and everything, I think was 3 weeks. But yeah, this is going to be our longest break because we always take a couple weeks at the end of the year for Christmas and then in year in review prep. But yeah, we haven't taken a break this long before. So
Yeah. So
just kind of the way the timing worked out with everything. So I mean, it kind of in a weird way, it's going to kind of be beneficial instead of having like take a week here, a week here, a week here, a week.
That's
here.
true too, I guess.
Just kind of take it all at once,
And hopefully I can kind of like both of us. I actually could probably switch some gears and try to get some guests lined up for when we do come back. So.
Yeah. So. I actually do have a band I want to reach out to. So
cool. So that's another good thing, I guess. When trying to get something going there. So
yeah.
Ooh,
So yeah, we will. Let's see. I think you and I looked at it. Because so it's looking like we will tentatively be back on Friday the 17th of July. So
yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So a little bit of a gap we're going to have here at the Metalheads Unite podcast, but I mean, like I said, it'll give us some time to try to line some things up.
Kind of regroup.
Yeah, but the plenty of playlists to listen to, plenty of interviews to watch to catch up on if you guys are doing that, and if you are, we appreciate it. So, I'll still be posting Metalhead minutes and stuff like that. Because there will still be birthdays and there's going to be news and all that stuff. So, we're not going to go completely radio silent and all that stuff. So, just won't be able to devote time to some live shows for a little bit. So
we're not going to go like our radio station has. So.
Right? Yeah.
Oh man, that's a freaking nightmare.
Yeah. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about getting it all back in working order. So.
No, but I have to worry about paying for something I'm not getting use out of. So.
Well, that's true.
He
should give you some sort of credit for however long this is going to take.
So.
Yeah, he should.
He damn sure didn't didn't waste no time taking the payment for this month. So
oh sure, absolutely.
Even though I hadn't really did anything last month either, like maybe a week. It's like whatever, dude.
Yeah, that's kind of cheap, but I mean, if the product isn't being offered and or in available for use, then hey, I mean. If it ends up being a lingering thing, you may want to take it up with them. But
I will. Yeah, definitely. I'm probably going to give it probably till the time that I take off. I'm like, hey man, if it ain't done by July, I'm not paying. I'm not paying nothing.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's only fair.
Yeah, it's on an automatic payment plan though, so it's kind of like I have to go in and fix all that shit.
Oh yeah. I gotcha.
So, but anyway, we will
cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, we'll try not to. I understand he's got a lot of personal stuff going on too, but still, it's right is right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree. Yeah.
You sort your stuff out, but don't charge me for something I'm not getting. So,
right. Yeah. Or services not rendered.
There you go. So, all right. I guess we will do our norm here and get into some birthdays this week. Shit ton of them too, man. Like, golly, there was a lot of stuff between personal people that we knew in bands
Yep.
and
Yep.
the actual, you know. There's been what's that one? Is it Keep It Metal or something on Facebook? I think it's something like that.
Well, it's that one, and
'Cause that one's pretty. That one's pretty like on top of
they
birthdays,
do
man.
it.
I'm
They
just
do
like,
a
damn,
they do a really good job.
they do. Yeah.
And then hang on a second, because I mean, there's so many that I follow.
Yeah, me too. So it's like
It's hard. It's
I
hard to
couldn't
keep
remember.
them.
I think it was that one though. Keep It Metal. I think that's the one I
I
keep
think it
seeing
is
pop
because
up with the
they do a
birthdays. I'm
good.
like, wow.
Yeah, there's keep. It's called Keep Metal, but then there's also Metal Addicts. Metal Addicts is really good too.
Oh, I gotta add one real quick. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, Keep Metal does a good job, and Metal Addicts does a really good job. So yeah, there are some really good there are some really good Facebook pages out there that take care of that. So
Did I spell that right? Hell no.
did I spell that right?
Well, I was trying to add one from the day. I forgot to add it. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to add that. It's like, now that I'm going through it, I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
No, I
need to add
gotcha. I
that.
gotcha.
So, and I still may have missed some, but I know I missed that one. So
Okay.
it's hard to keep up day of, especially when we're doing
Yeah.
we're doing our final touches on stuff, or I'm doing most of my stuff today because it's my only off day.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well, I mean, I was gonna try to. I mean, I got everything done, but I mean, I was gonna try to put some polish on a few things. But like I say, I've been
right,
gone for like the last 5 hours, so I just got home a little bit ago, so that put a little bit of a halt to some things. But I'm ready to go. I got everything done, so we're good to go here.
all right, let's kick off some birthdays here from starting June 6th through today, June 12th. June 6th, we had Tom Araya, bassist and lead singer for Slayer. Sean Salt, bassist for White Zombie. Douglas Lee Mitchell, drummer for South Gang. James Monkey Schaefer, guitarist for Korn. Christina Scavia, of course, vocalist and songwriter for Lacuna Coil. Steve Vai, guitarist. Of course, he's pretty much on his own stuff now, but he has done stuff for David Lee Roth and some other bands in the past. Shout out to our good friends, band manager, Weapons of God's band manager, Rochelle McGowan.
Oh yeah.
She actually sat in on the interview when we interviewed those guys. It was pretty cool to have that insight, in with the band.
Yeah.
So
It was definitely a perspective we hadn't had before at
yeah,
the
yeah.
time. So yeah.
And then good friend Malachias Gaskin, of course, he's a vocalist and guitarist. Does a lot of I can't remember. He just started a new band. I can't remember the name of it. I apologize, but anyway, he got a lot of stuff out there, so you can follow him on his stuff by his name Malachias Gaskin. So. And also June 7th, we had Michael Cardellone, drummer for Damn Yankees. I always hate these Finnish names. Hinka Sapala. Hopefully I did that right. Bassist for Children of Bodom, 1995 to 2019. And I want to say that I almost made a boo-boo on this one because when it said that, I automatically thought, oh, well, he must have passed away then. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
But Children of Bodom did.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
was like, wow.
unfortunately. But I can't say as I really blame them. After Alexi died, I can kind of understand how they would have just
Well,
that's
I
pretty
think they
much it,
actually, I think they did. Well, I think they kind of broke up before that because he had already started Bodom after midnight.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it really just kind of put kind of the
Oh,
same.
it would put the nail in the coffin for
Yeah,
sure.
kind of the same.
Not to be morbid about the situation, but
Right, kind of the
they
same
definitely-
thing, like Stu said about Death Dealer. Now that Ross the
right.
Boss
I mean,
and stuff
he's
like
like,
that. Yeah, just
you know, they're not going to
Just
do
doesn't-
anything because it was,
just
he
get
was a big
replaced
part of the
with-
band. Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree with that too.
yeah, I do too.
There's some big shoes to fill.
Oh
So.
God, ridiculous.
Hey, June 8th, we had Greg Ginn, guitarist, vocalist, and songwriter for Black Flag. Jens Kidman, vocalist for Meshuggah. Mark Tornillo, vocalist for Accept. Good friend Keegan Fields, the drummer for friends over at Halo Scars.
Oh yeah.
Chuck Baker, our guitarist and good friend from Pool. A couple local band love there. So, then Par Sundstrom, bassist for Sabaton. June 9th, we had John Lord, keyboardist and composer for Deep Purple and Whitesnake. He unfortunately passed away in 2012. We had Mick Box, guitarist for Uriah Heep. Trevor Boulder, bassist for Uriah Heep from 1976 to 2013, which that was the year that he passed. Then Greg Bessonette, session and touring drummer for David Lee Roth. Of course, he's done a lot of stuff other than that. I don't know why they didn't include that, but I should have added some stuff in that, but I didn't. Rick Renstrom, guitarist for Leash Law and some solo stuff. Do you know who that guy is? Do you follow him at all?
I don't think so.
So
No.
he was born with a birth defect with his hands, and so the shit that he does is pretty fucking amazing, man. For having
Okay.
a
All right.
handicap with his hands, I'm just like, dude, I can't even play, and I got, you know, I probably got perfect hands for it because I can grab the whole damn neck of the guitar and, you know, in a chokehold. He's got like I don't know what kind of deformity he was born with, but man, for him to be able to play guitar is pretty freaking amazing, man. I salute that
Good
dude
for him.
sure. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Then we had Wesley or Wes Scantlin, as we know, guitarist and vocalist for Puddle of Mud. Samoth, guitarist and drummer for Emperor and Zyklon. June 10th, we had Nurgle, singer, guitarist, band leader, songwriter, whatever you want to call him, Behemoth. He pretty much is Behemoth. So. Then we had Ernie C., guitarist for Body Count. Eric Rutan, vocalist and guitarist. I think he does vocals for Hate Eternal, then guitarist for Cannibal Corpse. I think he maybe did guitar. I think he does guitar and vocalist for Hate Eternal. But
Okay.
then we had Magnus Rosen, bassist for Hammerfall from 97 to 2007. June 11th, we had Frank Beard, drummer for ZZ Top. And June 12th, which is today, we had Salt Dot. I don't even know how to spell it. Dotsy, guitarist for Omen. They passed away in 2007. And Kenny Wayne Shepherd, guitarist for his solo project. If you don't know who Kenny Wayne Shepherd is, he was pretty much a guitar virtuoso that was going to be the next Stevie Ray Vaughan. Pretty much, I guess he kind of was. I mean, he's really good, but I don't think like I said, that all that stuff depends on the popularity and how they're pushed at the time. And I think he came in like the late '90s, which kind of things were changing already to digital stuff at that time. So.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably why we're not talking about him as much as we would Stevie Ray Vaughan. But yeah, he's very, very, very talented guitarist. And then last but not least, we had Becky Bordeaux, vocalist for Dystopica. I think that was the last one I had. So I don't know if I missed anybody, but
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I had a couple personal ones. I had friend of the show and my aunt out there in Hawaii. My aunt Amy, her birthday was June 10th, and she's at work right now. Not my aunt, but my beautiful wife, Angela. Today is her birthday. She is actually at work right now. So we have plans for 4th of July for her birthday and mine. So, why isn't your wife off for her birthday? Well, first of all, I have no control over that.
right.
It's not my call. But so she's at work right now. So yeah. Happy birthday to my wife and to my aunt. So.
Happy birthday to me. Yep.
Yes.
And happy birthday to anybody else out there that had a birthday this week too, as well. So, I think that's like when you get older, I don't think you care as much about. You're just like, whatever. So
I don't know. I still kind of like having my birthday off, but I mean,
Oh,
if I can't, it's not the end of the world. So I mean,
I don't.
if it works out, it works out.
I don't care much anymore as I used to, but mainly because I don't party and stuff like I used to. So
well, I mean, hell, any
excuse,
excuse to take off work, but I mean, if you've got the time to take. So.
I hope I got the time built up to even have the option by the time I get back from Ireland. So
that's true.
I mean, I exhausted everything I had to go there. So.
Well, I mean,
I think I got 4 hours left. So
yeah, but that's a bucket list trip though, so that's worth it.
Well, that's one. Yeah, I mean, it's a very expensive trip too, by the way. So if you are planning on going, it's I would look into the realms of about 10 grand with everything,
I'm sure.
which I don't know if that's what we'll spend, but that's kind of what we were, you know, in the scope of things. That's kind of what we were thinking. By the time we bought plane tickets and rental cars and hotels and all that stuff, it's kind of like, man,
I'm sure.
but
I am sure.
but it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping to find some metal shows over there. So I would
Man, that would
definitely,
be
I
so
would
cool.
definitely, I would definitely share that with you guys when we come back. So,
Yeah.
all right, I guess we can dig into some news. So there's a little bit of that out there this week. So.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Uh, Thankfully, thankfully nothing, earth shattering, nothing major, all that good stuff. No, no real scandals and stuff like that. Thankfully we have another
Well,
week where we didn't lose anybody. So that's always nothing. I mean, not huge scandals, I wouldn't say, but um, I guess it all depends on how you look at huge. That is true. But thankfully we didn't lose anybody this week. So that's
that's
always that's
that's all.
always good to
That is good
always
to
good to
know.
report. So I'm starting off this week over at Blabbermouth. In a new interview with Full Metal Jackie's nationally syndicated radio show, Jealous, Anthrax guitarist Scott Ian
Yeah.
spoke about ex-Anthrax vocalist John Bush's recent shows where John showcased the music Bush helped create during his decade-long tenure as the frontman of the pioneering thrash metal band. Scott said, as described by the fucking website I'm reading it off of already, quote, John and I are close friends. We have been forever. There was whispers about this ages ago. I think it's something that John had been thinking about for a really long time, and I think it was just a you stupid fucking pop-up ad, get out of here. It was just a case of just figuring out the hows and the whens for him. But we've been nothing but supportive of it ever since. Like I remember him asking me about it once. I'm like, you don't need to ask me. Do whatever you want, bro. I celebrate it. I love what you're gonna go out and do. I love that you're gonna go out and do this. The only bummer for me was when he did the run of dates where he played L.A. and played New York. I was in the opposite cities. I missed him both times, and I was hoping. Like I even asked him. I said, "Hey," because I thought I was gonna be home for the L.A. show, and I said, "Can I come up and play a couple songs?" And he said, they're your songs. You don't need to ask me." And then it turned out I couldn't be there, so I would love to get to do that again at some point. Like I said, John and I are good friends, and that kind of transcends. That's really all that matters to me, and I'm stoked that he did that, and I'm stoked that there's a new Armored Saint record, and that's definitely a sentiment that we both echo here at the Metalheads Unite podcast. So, like I say, nothing that is super duper earth shattering. We've talked about it before. About there was like some rumblings that John was going to do that, and there were some rumblings that John was actually going to be, kind of making a cameo at Anthrax shows instead of the other
Yeah.
way around, where Scott would kind of show up, when John was playing with Armored Saint. So that's kind of a good thing that there's been kind of an actual effort that's been made to kind of make things work out, and obviously logistically it just
Right.
didn't come together. So you know,
Well, I don't think the when they parted ways it was anything. I think it was pretty much amicable. I think
oh
you know
yeah, 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 absolutely,
I think John was like, hey, I can't do both projects anymore, and
sure, yeah,
and Armored Saints, of course, his baby. I mean, that's he gave up a job singing for Metallica for Armored Saints, so that tells you how much it means.
yes, he
That
did.
tells you how much it means to him. I mean, that's there. Nothing can say how much more it means to him than that right there. So,
Right,
of
yeah.
course, I mean, he didn't know Metallica was going to be what they were either. But
No, I mean that's yeah. You're talking about revisionist history at this point. So yeah, absolutely. It's just one of those hindsight's 2020
yeah,
kind of things.
yeah. But I'm
To
just saying
quote,
that's how
quote,
much it meant to him though. At that point was, hey, this is my thing. We're already kind of
yeah,
established. Sorry, guys, And then
yeah,
Metallica goes on to be bigger than damn near everybody.
yeah.
But
Yeah, you never know. But I mean, hell, John is still carved out.
oh yeah.
One hell of a career. I mean, he
Well, I
hasn't.
mean, the thing that he has over them though is that if you sit down and you talk about metal vocalists, people are going to name him more than they will James Hetfield.
Ah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Just because he's just that iconic with
yeah,
vocals.
yeah, absolutely.
Same with guys like Howard Jones and people that were like that with the distinct sound with their vocals.
Absolutely.
So you know they would. All right, my first one's real short, but I wanted. there's a couple of these this week, but I wanted to touch base on this one just because of how they're going to kind of fix this issue while they're on tour. So, but Periphery are leaving for a tour of Europe and the UK this Friday, which was today, without their longtime guitarist, programmer, and synth player Jake Bowen, or Bowen. I don't know how he pronounces it, but he made the announcement via a video he shared to both his and the band's Instagram profiles, saying that he will be sitting the track out to stay at home and be with a very sick family member. Bowen will still be heard playing with the band in a sense, though, as he's pre-recorded all of his parts for the tour set list that'll be used as backing tracks while the bands perform live. So while it seems the backing tracks will only be used for the June tour dates, it's not confirmed whether Bowen will be present for the other 4 European shows or not. So that's
You know, I did see that, and the cool thing is as long as there's like extenuating circumstances and stuff like that, and you don't really have enough time to hire a fill-in, someone who can do all the songs, get them, learn them down, learn them, get them down, and obviously do them justice in a live setting, then I have no problem with that because it's not like they're going to be like on the down low about it. They're like, hey, we got a guy. He was able to get his parts recorded so we can use them so we can still play live. That way it's better that than to have to cancel a few shows because a guy can't make it. So what do you want? You're gonna if they cancel a few dates, you're gonna be pissy about that. But so on the other hand, you can't be pissy that the guy who was unable to make it. It's gonna be him. He played it. It's his stuff. So there you go. But I guarantee you there'll still be people who bitch about it. You can't win for losing.
When I was reading it, I thought, well, that's a lot better than them going out and just like adding in some AI shit or something, because I mean that would probably be another option, But
yeah.
I'm just like, man, that's pretty cool that they're actually letting him record it.
Yeah.
And saying, well, yeah, it's not him on stage, but I mean,
you still know that he was the one who played it. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not fake. It's not. Yeah. So I would be fine with that because, like I say, you understand. You got family at home that you got to take care of, and you absolutely should. So good on them for that.
And now, if anything fucks up, it's the sound guy's fault. So
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
That you have a little bit more control over.
Right.
Yeah. 100%. So yeah, but I mean, to me, that's kind of like making the best of a bad. Obviously, you hope that the family members who are going through the illness, hopefully they make a full recovery, and that so the band can get back together in its entirety. But I mean, in the meantime, like I say, you have the actual music from the artist. It's just hey, for a few shows, it's like you're just gonna have to listen to it recorded. But I mean, as long as they can get it to work and sync up and all that stuff, they really shouldn't even miss a beat. So.
Well, I mean, hope not.
But like I say, good on them for like I say, being completely transparent about it. Hey, we got some dates where this guy's not going to be able to play, so hey, we'll be one short physically, but we'll be there in he'll be there in spirit. So there you go. That's all you can really ask for in that situation. Like I say, it's better than canceling dates. For
exactly.
Sure. All right, now this one is still my next one's over at Blabbermouth too, but this kind of like expounds on something that you reported on last week's show. In a new interview with Scott Davidson of Chicago's Rebel Radio, Chuck Billy, the frontman of San Francisco Bay Area thrash metal Veterans Testament, spoke about his upcoming memoir, Holding My Breath: The Two Testaments of Chuck Billy, which is due on November 10th via Permuted Press. Asked who had the task of asking Rob Halford and Randy Blythe to write the foreword and afterword respectively for the book, the 63-year-old singer said, quote, "I did, and I had to get up a bunch of nerve to do it because you want to ask, but you don't want to be rejected. So it takes a minute to kind of get up the nerve to say, okay, I'm ready for the rejection if he says no. So when I wrote Randy was all in. He's all, fuck yeah, man, hell yeah, man, I'll do whatever you need. And then Rob as well. I finally had the nerve to reach out to Rob, and right away he came back saying, yeah, he'd be honored to do it, and within 2 days I had it. he wrote it, and it blew me away. It almost brought me to tears, the words he said, so it was awesome, end quote. You know, then this part right here is like the part that they always add on to the end. Billy was diagnosed with germ cell seminoma, a rare type of cancer, a quarter century ago, and has been cancer free over 2 decades following chemo and traditional Native American healing. At the time, he underwent chemo, and being a Native American, Chuck utilized traditional medicines, including seeking help from spiritual healers. A year into treatment and recovery, he was declared cancer free in 2002. So, again, another real short one, but gives you kind of the reason I wanted to share that, even though it was like just a little excerpt there of that interview, is, you know, I guarantee you, you know, obviously we know that Chuck's been around for a long time. And, you know, obviously, you know, Rob and Randy Blythe and, you know, Chuck have crossed paths, I'm sure, multiple times over the years, especially Testament and Judas Priest. I guarantee you they've crossed paths a few times over the decades. But it's just one of those things. It's like to for Chuck to still be that nervous about asking Rob to do something like that. Like I say, even if something was to happen, like, man, I would love to, but I can't. I got this going on. So I mean, it's just, I don't know if the timeline's going to work out for when you need it done, you know. But to be that receptive to it, you know, both Rob and Randy, you know, for them to do that is awesome for one. But it just shows that, hey, I mean, you know, even guys like Chuck Billy, because, you know, if we were to meet Chuck Billy, we'd be, holy shit, it's Chuck Billy. You know, he had his holy shit, it's Chuck Billy moment with Rob Halford. Even though I guarantee you they've talked and shared the stage and everything else, it's still one of those things you still get kind of nervous and starstruck and all that stuff. So, I mean, we're all human. So, you know, kind of a, not necessarily a lighthearted moment, but it's just another one of those things. It's like, you know, they're, you know, no different than anyone else. It's just, you know, they just have more famous friends than we do.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Definitely got more famous friends.
Yeah.
All right. Staying over at Metal Injection for this one. I kind of posted this on the Facebook group this week, but I wanted to read it here too. But at their June 5th show in Toronto, Ontario, Toronto, Canada, Baltimore hardcore outfit ended called out a fan wearing a banana costume with frontman Akil Ghazi beckoning the crowd to strip it off of him and rip it apart. Whoever did so would win the band's handwritten set list, to which the crowd excitedly obliged. Watch the footage of the entire incident actually, you probably watch it anywhere at this point. I'm sure it's out there on YouTube and everything now.
I think you can.
But quote, we're just going to address it. Do you want to do this? Oh, they left out do. Do you want to this now? You want to do this now or later? Jesus Christ, man. Proofread, man. Proofread. Of course, I could have done that too. Yeah, they got more time than I do. They get paid for this shit. I don't.
Right.
They
have editors and proofreaders.
Exactly. Well, they got some. I don't know how good they are, obviously, but
I think. Right. I think they.
Says, quote, we're just going to address it. Do you want to do this now or later? Banana Man, what the fuck is you doing, and he says the N-word, Gassi said into the mic. After someone in the crowd seemingly cheered in support of the costume, Gassi then said, no, you don't get rewarded for doing that shit. He wanted the attention, and now he has it, end quote. The onstage comments continued with bassist Pat Martin saying, quote, and now everyone here has to kill you, end quote, before Gassi offered up their lovely set list for stripping him. It didn't take long at all for people standing near the Banana Man to grab at him and rip the costume apart. At one point, the headpiece is being tossed above the crowd like a beach ball, while later on, someone in the pit can be seen gripping a piece of it. The Banana Man, whose name appears to be Scott based on his social media, didn't hesitate to address the situation on his Instagram. He took to his stories to admonish the whole situation and essentially called the band hypocrites. Said, quote, people have been trying to dim my sparkle my entire life. It sucks, but I'm used to it, Scott wrote in the post. I've served hundreds of people in this suit, all genders, all ages, safely, especially a lot of first-timers that felt safe to approach me for their first surf, end quote. Other texts in the post read, fuck the police, while policing what people wear, take off, hoser. The message last night conform or get called out, exactly the opposite of what hardcore is supposed to be. End quote. At the time of writing, it appears that Scott has deleted the at Grigers.rot.circus account he originally made the post from. So, I've seen. I don't know if you've been to the shows and seen the banana people, but I mean, I've been to shows and seen the banana dudes. How they're out there, they're having a good time. It is what it is. I mean, who cares, dude? Like you're ruining everybody's time at this point by doing what you did.
Yeah.
It's like, man, it's just bullshit. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
the band had no right doing that, in my opinion.
But, no, they absolutely did not.
Because you paid a ticket to go see whoever, you can wear what the fuck you want to.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, from a personal standpoint, I don't really get it. I don't know, like, if it. I don't know if it's just a thing that I'm not aware of wearing banana costumes to shows. I don't know if there's something I'm just not privy to. I don't know. I have no idea. I just don't. I don't get it, but.
I've seen dinosaurs and SpongeBob and all kinds of shit concerts. So.
I mean, hell, we dressed up for the Steel Panther concert. So,
but I mean, we dressed up like '80s metal. Metal guys. It wasn't like we were,
and we weren't
out of place. I mean,
and we were far from the only ones. But I mean,
exactly.
So, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't hurt anything.
Especially the 6'9" dude with another foot of hair. So.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't really know if like banana outfits or costumes are a thing, but I mean, yeah, I've seen them plenty of times. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a weird flex from the band.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Whatever you wear is not. I mean, you're not hurting anybody with it. Mm-hmm. So I mean, who cares?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just very strange, but I think it actually. I'd have to look it up, but I actually think it cost them a spot on a tour.
Well, it should have. I mean,
I think it did. I'll have to look.
I think you're right. I think I did remember reading something about that.
Yeah, I think it cost him. I think it cost him like an opening slot on a tour. I'd have to look back and see what tour it was, but but that's the thing. Is I mean, it's just there were really no reason for it, but I don't know. I don't understand it. All right, I'm going to Metal Injection for my next one, and. This isn't the first example of this, but I like the way this band did it. On Tuesday night, Silent Planet played a show in Milan, Italy at the Alcatraz and were hit with a near 50% fee from the venue. 25% of it being a gross vendor fee and the local 22% tax. Making a statement ahead of the show announcing this fee and that because of it the band would not be selling merch at this show. However, they would be throwing free shirts into the crowd and then offering a discount code for their merch store for anyone who didn't get the snag merch that they wanted. Specifically, they described in a grid post ahead of the show, quote, tonight's venue in Milan is not allowing us to sell our own merch and demanding a 25% gross vendor fee, merch rate, and an additional 22% tax. We believe this business model is predatory and cannot afford to lose money on our own merch, especially so far from home. However, I've spoken with so many of you outside the venue already, and I know many have traveled far to be here. So we will be throwing our shirts during the set, and we'll also provide a discount code for those who aren't able to purchase our merch online. Same website.
Yeah, they got some horrible damn editors.
Yeah, discount code for those who aren't able to purchase our merch online. End quote. You can check out the original statement below alongside footage of frontman Garrett Russell tossing aforementioned shirts into the crowd. So I love that shit. I hope bands keep doing this. Like I say, we probably won't talk about it every single time it happens, but I mean, my God, 47%. I mean, kiss my ass, man. I mean, good for them. Good for them.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about this. I wonder if Brooklyn Bowl or anybody gets percentage of merch since they sell food and alcohol and stuff like that. I wouldn't think they would. I wouldn't think they would. If they did, it's probably like 10% or something. I wouldn't think it would be nothing stupid.
I still don't.
I don't think they're allowed. I don't think they're really.
I don't even think
they should get anything.
They're entitled to that.
Right, they're not entitled to anything in my opinion.
I don't think they're entitled to 10% either.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like that would be, the low end of the spectrum, surely. But.
I mean, that would be, like, if I was in a band, that would be the most I would be willing to at least come off of. Like, I got to come off of something. if it's like a $25 shirt, if it's like $250 off of every $25 shirt, I could at least it rectified in my head. It's like, okay, fine, this is just the cost of doing business, I guess. But you talking any more than 10, then I'm like, yeah, maybe we'll just do hey, come, if you really want a shirt, come
to the
hang out
back
with us.
after the show.
Yeah, exactly. We're parked across the street. Come meet us
Yep.
over there.
Yeah, ain't nothing they can do about that. I mean,
No. And bands have done it.
oh yeah.
And good for them.
All right. Let's see. Where'd it go? There we go. All right. This one's staying over with the metal injection. We'll see how much they messed this one up. An unofficial book about the history of Slipknot and their hit 1999 album Iowa is set to release later this year, coming from author Dan Franklin. Somewhere between Screaming and Crying, Slipknot, Nu Metal, and 9/11 will explore how Iowa came to hold the weight it does culturally by first looking at the conditions that led the band to produce it. The book's publication accompanies the 25th anniversary of the record, pulling its contents from thorough research and original interviews to demonstrate how the madness of the band's vision translated into more than just an artist movement. For some reason I thought it said artistic, but okay. Franklin anchors Iowa in the lunacy of the times that surrounded it, from Woodstock 99 to post 9/11 paranoia, looking at how the album, with tracks like The Heretic Anthem and People Equal Shit, essentially because a soundtrack for those lost between the realms of confusion and aggression. Quote, for us, it was really about being rabid, being wasted, and still being young enough to back it up. Slipknot frontman Corey Taylor told Metal Hammer about Iowa's background. Our whole goal was to go in and make this dense and destructive album. We had no idea how destructive it was going to be, end quote. Dan Franklin writes about heavy music, having already authored Heavy, How Metal Changes the Way We See the World. Constable Little Brown Book Group, I guess that's who published it for him, in 2020, and Come My Fanatics, A Journey into the World of Electric Wizard. It was under White Rabbit Orion. That was written in 2023. Somewhere between Screaming and Crying is set to release August 6th via Little Brown Book Group. I guess that's going to be a publishing group that he's going to be using a lot, sounds like. It's a subdivision of publishing group Hatchet UK. For more information and to find out where to purchase a copy, you can go over to www.hatchet.co.uk and look up the Slipknot book there. So
cool. That'll be.
I didn't go to. You know what? Let me go over here. Let me see if it will.
Is there a hyperlink in the story?
There was. I was just going to see how much it was, but it's giving me a bunch of shit. So I'm just like, never mind. Because I put all of my stuff in OneNote, so I don't have to go back and forth between the pages. So
smart.
So going from OneNote though, it doesn't let you click on a lot of hyperlinks.
Oh yeah. All right, it probably disabled a hyperlink. Yeah, okay, I got you. All right, my last one is over at metalsucks.net. This one is kind of.
Wait a minute. You found something on Metal Sucks?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, I did.
I couldn't find anything on there today. I was looking and I said they got to where it's doing some kind of. I don't know. It was showing me here. I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah.
Metal Sucks. Let's see.
I think I know what you mean, but.
Oh, that one was at that one. I know which one you're talking about. That one was.
Yeah.
That one was at the very front page of that. So.
Yeah. So.
But then after that was a bunch of bullshit.
I know. I did notice that. So thankfully, I got this.
Do I suck and disgruntled dad reviews, and I'm just saying it goes on and on. Mondays with John Gobble Khan.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like,
yeah. So I don't know what's going on.
It just repeats every week. I'm just like, so are they not doing news anymore?
I don't know. So
I understand what's going on there because it doesn't say. It just says editorials, newsletters, store, and archive now, and then you go to archive news. It goes back to April. So I guess they're not doing news anymore.
I don't know. I mean,
it's weird.
If they end up being a source that we kind of abandon, it just is what it is. There are others, but yeah. So I pulled this one. And it's called Net Worthless with Johnny Spreadsheets. Broke on the road, try dodging on lodging. So let's check this out. I read a little bit of it. So, tired of sleeping in the van? Is the La Quinta Inn with the room doors that open directly onto the highway too rich for your blood on this run of tour dates? Does every single 24-hour convenience store on this side of the Mississippi have your picture taped to the register, warning employees that you're no longer allowed to nap in the walk-in beer cooler?
Oh my
Sounds like you've
god.
exhausted all of your usual lodging choices and need to start thinking outside the box. If you're a serious touring musician but still need your beauty rest, there are alternatives that will get you through your next stint, leg, or whatever you call playing local band showcases for bartenders and the other band's girlfriends in a different state when talking to your friends back home. Your wallet and your back will thank you if you implement these best practices immediately. It doesn't take much ingenuity to stop wasting money on luxury expenses like a bed, room
Right.
service, or someplace clean to spend the night. Sign up for step one. Sign up for every membership you can. Motel 6, Super 8, Days Inn, Travel Lodge, and Nights Inn all have loyalty programs that you can exploit when you're not getting into a parking lot knife fight after yet another show that required a 3 p.m. load in, even though the sound guy drunkenly stumbled through the door at 8 p.m., primed to scream in your face for asking when sound check starts. Have every member of the band sign up for these programs. Many of them hand out freebies on your birthday. Touring in August, congratulations. You were all conceived in November if you want this exercise to work properly. Across enough brands and enough state lines, you'll be able to sustain yourselves entirely on continental muffins. If you're really lucky, you can swipe enough batter from the waffle station to create a functional gruel that's relatively van stable. Of course, you'll have to book single rooms and pile into one full size bed if you really want to pinch pennies, but in most cases, the shower water will at least run clear. Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Option two, the venue squat. If you're brave enough, you can simply sleep at the venue, though you'll need to stay alert, which may interfere with your beauty rest. Most clubs operate with a skeleton crew while closing, so all you really need to do is put some gaff tape over one of the lesser used doors and wait for things to quiet down. Freshen up in the gas station sink across the street and wait for lights out. In many cases, you can walk right back in and stretch out on the stage. If you're lucky, the place doesn't even open until late afternoon, meaning nobody will disturb your slumber. If you get accosted by the door guy who's also trying to score a free night of lodging after an exhausting night of skimming off the top, just toss a little something else his way and he'll get off your back. Or if you're in Kansas City, fill a Diet Right can with spray paint and send him on his way. By the time he regains consciousness, you'll already be headed to your next gig. I'm going to have to make a note of that little sentence with the Diet Right and the spray can, and I'm going to have to ask Danawar and them the next time
oh
we have
yeah.
him on the show if that's a thing. If like huffing is a Kansas City thing, I'll have to try to remember to ask him about that. All right. Step three, or option three rather, B&E with caution. If you're near a residential neighborhood and your pocketbook is feeling light, drive around after dark and look for houses without any lights on. In most cases, the owners are gone for the weekend. Sometimes you're not so lucky. Even then, you can still set up camp under decks or inside crawl spaces, but you'll have to keep quiet. If fortune smiles upon you and you find an empty house, don't be a dick about it. Grab a few hours sleep, raid the fridge, and be gone before anyone notices you use their toothbrush and drank all their Listerine. once you
Damn.
once you get good at this, you can even live rent free when the tour is over. You know those YouTube videos about squatters secretly living inside someone else's house for months? That could be you. Your parents barely paid attention to you when you lived there the first time. They probably won't notice this round either. Oh my god. Option four, always have a hard hat handy. If you spot a solid union job site, it's safe to assume nobody's working after 6. This includes new high-rise apartment developments, government building renovations, and office complexes. High visibility vests and construction worker cosplay can be purchased cheaply on Amazon. After that, all you need to do is walk onto the property after hours like you just finished a hard day's work but you forgot your keys. Free Wi-Fi is always a bonus if the building is far enough along. You can also steal all the pens you want for those record contracts you haven't signed yet, but are certain will be offered the second the right person hears your band.
Jesus Christ.
Oh shit! And option five, dumpsters don't discriminate. You
Oh
may
my
not be
god.
lucky enough to enjoy 3 hots on a cot like a common prisoner, but a dumpster will always do in a pinch. Bakeries are your best bet because they throw out food at the end of the day, and most of it isn't even wet. Oh god! The trade-off is that rats also love pastries, so you'll need to stay combat ready.
Oh my god.
You also don't want to be too heavy of a sleeper. If you choose this route on trash pickup day, you're as good as dead. Then again, you're 38 years old and think your pop punk band is going to make it, so you're already hanging on by a thread.
Oh, that's great.
Oh God. I mean, obviously that's mostly satire, but
Well, yeah,
I read the first little bit of it, and I was like, that'd be fun. So,
yeah,
oh man,
that was funny.
oh shit, yeah, that shot
And
across
probably
the bow.
some of it's probably true though.
Yeah, that shot across the bow, across the bow at KC. I'm gonna have to, like I say, I'm gonna have to see if I can remember to bring that up the next time we have Dan Awar and the boys on the show. Maybe they know something we don't.
Well, maybe. So,
Oh man, but yeah, that was my last one.
all right. Oh man. My last one over at Metal Injection. John Cintorino, the former vocalist for Japanese metalcore band Crystal Lake, has some choice words for his old bandmates, taking to Facebook yesterday, June 7th, to air out some previously private grievances based on what was publicly put forth for his leaving the band this past March. Seems there's way more bubbling underneath the lake surface. I like what they did there. Quote, going to tell my Crystal Lake story because I think you all deserve to know the truth of who they really are, Centurino wrote in the post, gathering all the information to show the truth and not just talk it. It's time someone stood up to them. I will be that person. Be patient while I put this together, end quote. Originally, Centurino and the rest of Crystal Lake claimed he left the band to spend more quality time with his kids. Based on this post and a comment Centurino also made further down in the Facebook post thread, implies that this reasoning was only part of his choice to leave the band. Quote, you would have to focus on parenthood too if the people you worked for weren't paying you enough money to actually keep your lights on, missing your kid grow up. Centurino's comment read, edited for clarity. Borrowing money from your grandparents to pay your bills, but Crystal Lake wants to tour 10 months out of the year, and then one person keeps all the money, end quote. As of now, Crystal Lake hasn't commented on Centurino's claims. They also haven't found a permanent replacement for Centurino, who was only in the band since 2023. Volumes and Fire from the Gods, vocalist Mike Terry has filled the position temporarily for half of the North American tour, but it has yet to be revealed whether he'll stay in as a substitute any longer. So definitely wasn't as amicable as it was made out to be back in March for sure.
No.
So there's definitely some underlying conditions that are going on there. So, I mean, if there's just one person keeping the money, why would the other 3 or 4 people stay in it, though? I mean, that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to me. I mean, you're the only one he was keeping money from? And plus, you were only in the band since 2023, so you're the new guy, so.
Yeah, who the fuck are you? Yes, I mean,
Yeah, right. So, yeah, I don't know. There could be a lot going on. Not to say he doesn't deserve to get paid. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
oh sure, but
it sounds like he's just making a fuss over her not being able to do those things anymore. So, and then I don't know why you would join it. I mean, obviously, maybe he, had the kid in between the time he joined the band and then the time he left. I don't know, but
a lot of details are kind of
kind of missing. Yeah, I think I
yeah.
think there needs to be. Now, if your kid's 6, then fuck off, dude. You knew what you were getting into when you joined the band, like, But if you had the kid in the midst of being on tour and stuff, that's a different story. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can grant you that, but I mean, yeah, I don't know.
like I said,
That,
I'm gonna keep an eye
all
on it.
seems all seems
I,
weird.
yeah, Crystal Lake's probably going to respond to that at some point, I'm
Oh,
sure.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, other headlines that I've seen that we'll talk about a little bit. The Warning announced a new album, Everything's Falling, and released the single Ritual. So I haven't checked that out yet. I'll have to check that out and see how that sounds. And then Sharon and Jack Osbourne defend the AI Aussie avatar amidst cash grab allegations. Yeah, I mean, does Jack and Sharon really have to do anything to get cash grab? I mean, do they? I mean, they're
No.
probably set for life. They don't need a cash grab nothing.
Yeah. And Sharon even said, even Sharon said, I don't need your fucking money. Quote, verbatim.
Right,
But at the
right.
same time, even Jack was like, well, we're wanting to make sure that people don't forget him. It's like, who the fuck is gonna forget about Ozzy Osbourne?
Well, that's another thing I was, me and my wife kind of talked about that the other day. I said, well, they say that, but who in the hell's going to forget one of the guys in the band that started metal? I mean,
Yeah,
they're always going to be talked about, even after if metal's still going to go on after me and you are gone. There's
yeah,
still going to be talking about Ozzy,
hmm
creating heavy metal. So I
yeah.
mean,
So I mean, I don't know. I if you wholeheartedly believe that, okay, fine. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, do you seriously think people are going to forget your dad? No way, no way in hell.
man. So I think it's more or less a a letting go issue. They can't let go. I think that's more of what it is. Because I mean, think about the timeline. They did this not long after he passed. I mean,
Hmm
it's not been that long.
No,
It's not been a year.
no, it
So I
hasn't been a
mean,
year yet. Yeah.
you're thinking within the first year they already talking about an AI Ozzy because they missed their dad, their husband, or they missed their loved one. So they're
hmm
obviously got they have the means to do something to keep him around, whether he's physically there or not. So I think it's more for them, I think, than it is anybody else. Of course, I mean the fans could be part of that too, but I
Well, I
don't know.
mean, and that's all well and good, but I mean,
Isn't it like supposed to be in like a museum though? It's not like
I
you're
am
gonna see
not.
AI. You're not gonna see AI Ozzy taking the bus some fucking where in London. I mean,
Well, no, you won't. But that's the thing is, I mean, I don't know all the details of it, but from what I understand, I mean, fans are going to be able to ask Ozzy a question, and thanks to AI, he'll respond in his voice.
well, that's
So it
I
won't
mean,
be. So from what I understand, it won't be just like it won't be like on iRobot
yeah. I was
when
about to say that dude when he was
yeah,
talking to that damn doctor,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. It won't be
Uh,
like on iRobot where there's like pre-programmed responses and you have to ask the
right.
right questions to get the right response. I mean, obviously, AI has come further along than since that movie because that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a one vision of the future. But at the same time, so I mean, you know, so it's like I guess if like you or I were to go and we could just ask him a question, and I guess like I say, thanks to AI, you would get your answer in his voice. I mean, so I mean, it's not like there's only certain things you can ask to get responses. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that for sure, but I mean but I mean, like I don't have Chat GPT. I know you do and Angela does. I mean, you can basically ask that fucker anything, and you know,
Yeah,
he'll basically have a full on conversation with you, from what I understand, if
I
you
like
want to
I,
take it that far. But
I like Gemini a little better than I do Chat GPT, but
well,
Gemini goes a little bit. So Gemini, once you talk to him, it'll like ask you a follow up question. Hey, are you looking into this or this?
okay,
And then you kind of like because I actually was I had some money in limbo in my retirement account, and I was kind of I've never had an IRA, so I wasn't familiar with how that works, and it was pretty much you had to decide where it goes, and I said,
right.
oh well, that's all fine and dandy, but you know. I'm at an age where I can't be too risky with that money because I'm not 25 anymore and can afford to lose $300 or $400 here and there,
Is
trying to
is
get, trying to
is
catch up to 4,000. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
is in your pocket an option? That's where I think it
right,
should.
right, right, right. Well,
How about I just
yeah.
how about I JG Wentworth this thing and it's my money. I need it now.
Gee, yeah, you cash now, yeah, yeah. But I did. I kind of like conversating with AI, saying, "Hey, this is how old I am. This is what I'm looking to do. This is when I want to retire. What is your what is the best way to invest this money?" And he gave me the options, so I'm like, "Cool, that's what I'll do with it. Then
Oh,
we'll
okay.
see what happens." So I kind of put it in these two. I put it in two different funds, and I made $183 already this week. So
Oh well, there you go.
so it's worked out so far. So we'll see, I guess. But so I do have a 401k and that now. So it's kind of got
Okay.
and then of course I play a little bit of stock market stuff too, which is
Yeah.
so I got options out there. Just but
I
but
think
I'm just saying AI can kind of I don't know if it could like advise you, but if you ask the right questions to it, And then I have seen like where it was wrong, and I questioned it, and it'd be like,
Mm.
oh, you know what, you're right, and he'd
Yeah,
come back and say I was right. I say, oh, well, see, there you go. Sometimes it can be a little bit
right.
too atomic, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh, you know.
we don't need that.
No, no, we don't. So.
I
All
think
right,
my retirement strategy is going to be lottery or rob a bank. I think that's what
you're right. Just work till I die. So,
I mean.
uh, yeah. All right, Mickey D reflects on his near-death battle with sepsis. He said his foot had swollen up like a Christmas ham. That's what
Yeah,
he said. I was like, wow, that's pretty nasty. Sepsis is a nasty thing, dude, man. Like, you know. Stephen Piercy of Rat wants to keep things neutral. He says, I don't want to mix politics or religion with my music, which I think that's probably a safe bet
yeah, definitely
to,
safe bet.
to not kill out half your fan base.
Yep,
Yeah. Hate Breed signs to Black Records. I mean, they just keep getting bigger and
they
bigger.
are.
Like, they're going to have a new record due out later this year. So, new Hate
Yep.
Breed coming at some point this year. So, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Not Loose's Brian Garris, Bell's palsy update. He says, I quote, I'm regaining some movement, end quote. So, that's
That's
always
a
good
great
news.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff there. So, hopefully, you'll get, as close to normal as he can, if not all the way there. Judge denies dismissing the Marilyn Manson sexual assault case. So after all those wins, he's ran into a wall on this one. So
Hmm.
we'll see what happens where. And then of course that one goes into my next headline. Steven Tyler asked for a probe into accusers' therapy records for emotional distress civil trial. Evidently the lady may be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs or something. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. To me, you're waiting 30, 40 years to come out with something just kind of nuts anyway.
Yeah.
Messages surfaced regarding crew members saying she left the Dart Divine tour instead of being dismissed from it. So, well,
Oh, it's all about the he said she said bullshit.
bullshit. Yep, it sure is. Black Veil Bride's drummer Christian Coma pulls out from European tour dates. I'm not sure what went on with them. I didn't read into that one as much as I did the other one, just because I don't think they're doing any backage. I think they're getting a fill in for theirs. But
Oh, okay.
so Amy Lee is hopeful about the future of heavy metal. Said there is so much interesting innovation in rock and metal today. So
Agreed.
you know, who would think Amy Lee would be the the voice of reason here? So,
Yeah. And I haven't had a chance to listen to that new Evanescence yet, but
it's Evanescence. I mean,
from what I've heard, it's actually getting some pretty good. It's actually getting some pretty good press. So
it's Evanescence. I mean, it's
yeah,
not
so
it's not nothing out of the ordinary for them sound wise. I mean, it's
I'm sure I'll get to it at some point.
yeah. I mean, it's not a bad record. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just. Cold Chamber drummer Mikey Cox has to undergo another cancer surgery, so that could be the reason why they dropped off of
Yeah.
the
Yep.
festivals and tour dates. I know they were supposed to be at Louder in Life and then dropped off. So
Yep. Pretty safe bet. Yeah.
yeah, and then if you're looking for album of the year already,
Yeah.
coming up,
I know exactly. It's coming out in November.
that's right. Yngwie Malmsteen released a
Right.
new album, Hell or High Water, in November. So
Yep. Well, Ingve's going to do the heavy lifting for us. So
yeah, that's right. That's right.
we've already got our number one album taken care of. So that's cool. That's good to know. We just got to do 2 through 10 now. So
Yeah.
10% of the work's already done.
It's not really. It's all a joke, people. We are not. Ingve will only make the list, so we won't even make the list before we break it down into 10.
Nah,
So,
probably not.
and then Eminence,
Imminence.
Imminence. Sorry,
Imminence.
good lord, there's too many damn bands with this.
Yeah.
That's actually a tongue with Imminent.
Well, the funny thing is there's
Okay.
like well, the funny thing is there's imminence and there's eminence.
Yeah, right. That's what I was.
So it's like which one's which, you know? It's like,
Yeah, I don't know, but they signed with Sumerian Records, so so
good for
I'll
them.
probably look for new music from them as well coming up. So then, see, I think that was all of the headlines I had, but I did have where did that festival go? I had a festival. I didn't
Okay.
put it all in here, but I was going to talk about it.
All right.
but I don't know what happened to it, so it's all good. And it wasn't that big of a deal. It was actually, uh, I think it was like happening this weekend.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
It was kind of a put together last minute thing or something. I guess is what I was reading.
oh, well, interesting.
Kind of, yeah. But if I find it, I'll go through it.
Okay, all right.
If not, then we'll just
Well,
go with whatever you come up with.
all right, cool. Well, for hitting the road this week, for the week of June 6th through June 12th, over at the PRP.com. Leading off with All Shall Perish, Carnifex, Extermination, Dismemberment, and Mauled are going on a North American tour starting September 4th in Fresno, California at Fulton 55, finishing October 3rd in San Jose, California at the Ritz. We have Soulfly and Nail Bomb going on a UK tour in September, starting, it's just like a quick 1 week run. I mean, you got Max Cavalera playing in both bands, so I mean, you give the
Right.
guy a break. Starting September 3rd in Southampton, England at Engine Rooms, finishing September 7th in Manchester, England at Academy 2. Then we got Show Me the Body, Whispers, Jive Bomb, Holder, and at select dates, Lip Critic going on a North American tour starting September 15th in Boston, Massachusetts at the Paradise Rock Club, finishing October 15th in New York at Webster Hall featuring Lip Critic. They'll be at that one. Islander and Brutality, who will be on the back half of the upcoming tour, are going out starting July 23rd in Iowa City, Iowa at Gabe's, finishing August 2nd in Greenville, South Carolina at the Radio Room. Thousand Below, Acres, Victims, and Lost in Separation have a fall U.S. tour scheduled starting September 12th in Tucson, Arizona at the Hotel Congress, finishing October 11th in Birmingham, Alabama at Furnace Fest, and that will be Thousand Below only. Oathbreaker and Portrayal of Guilt are going to Europe in December, starting December 7th in Paris, France at La Maroquinerie. I Maroquinerie? I don't know. It's a long ass word. Uh, I don't know. Finishing December 11th in Ghent, Belgium at De Vuurit. Chad Gray, Butcher Babies, and Devil's Cut are going out starting August 28th in Bloomington, Illinois at the Castle Theater and finishing in Nashville on October 20th at Brooklyn Bowl.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Author and Punisher and Guiltless are going on a U.S. tour this fall starting September 19th in Los Angeles at Gold Diggers, finishing October 2nd in Landers, California at Giant Rock. Chat Pile and Soul Glow are going out with Shallow Water and Verga to split the duties as opener. Duties.
Got your soul glow.
I know, right? I know.
Shining through.
I know. Fucking love that shit. Starting September 12th in Oklahoma City at the Tower Theater, finishing November 22nd in Lawrence, Kansas at the Grenada. They will be in Nashville on November 16th at Brooklyn Bowl. Military Gun, Soft Cult, Shady Nasty, and Daisy are going on a North American tour starting September 5th in Pryor, Oklahoma at Rocklahoma. That's Military Gun only. Finishing October 15th in LA at the Regent Theater. They will be in Nashville on September 17th at Eastside Bowl.
Nice.
Crown Magnetar and To the Grave are going on a North American tour with Backbiter, Tracheotomy, Squelching, and Amiana alternating as openers. Starting September 17th in Chicago at Subterranean, finishing October 17th in Denver, Colorado at HQ. They will be in Nashville October 1st. At the end, Tracheotomy will be the opener for that show. I Hate God, Whores, and No Mas are going on a fall U.S. tour starting September 15th in Tallahassee, Florida at The Bark. That's I Hate God only. Finishing September 27th in Pensacola, Florida at the Handlebar. Volumes Until I Wake and Cat's Claw going on a U.S. tour this September, starting September 9th in Nashville at Eastside Bowl, finishing September 26th in West Palm Beach, Florida at the Banyan Live. Then Wage War, We Came as Romans, Varials, and Kane Hill are going on a North American tour starting October 25th in San Antonio, Texas at the Aztec Theater, finishing November 27th in Orlando, Florida at Hard Rock Live. They will be in Nashville on November 24th at Marathon Music Works. Then Necrogoblicon is going on a 20th anniversary tour with Aborted and Signs of the Swarm starting October 16th in Phoenix, Arizona at the Van Buren, finishing November 15th in LA at the Belasco. 156 Silence, Aviana, Heaven's Gate, and From Joy are going on a U.S. tour this fall, starting September 9th in Worcester, Mass. at the Palladium Upstairs, finishing October 3rd in New Kensington, Pennsylvania at Preserving Underground. Under Oath, August Burns Red, and Atreyu are going on a North American tour, with As Cities Burn and Emery splitting the opening duty. starting November 5th in St. Louis, Missouri at the Pageant, finishing December 18th in Tampa, Florida at the Yingling Center. Whitechapel has a 20th anniversary North American tour with Chelsea Grin, the Acacia Strain, and Netherwalker, with Carcosa substituting for Netherwalker on the 2 Canadian stops. Starting November 11th in Atlanta, Georgia at the Tabernacle, finishing December 18th in Pelham, Tennessee at the Caverns. I really want to go see a show there. I want to go see a show
Who was
there.
that? Who was that going to be there?
Whitechapel.
Whitechapel. Oh, that'd be a good one to see there.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
Hatebreed and Life of Agony are going on a European tour this November, starting November 6th in Warsaw, Poland at Progressia, finishing November 21st, in Deinze, Belgium at Brielport. Life of Agony will not be at that show. The Ocean are going on a European tour with Psychonaut, The Devil's Trade, Pothamus, and Hypnos appearing at select dates on varying lineups, starting November 26th in Prague, Czechia at Futurum, finishing December 20th in Berlin, Germany at the Kessel House. The Callous Dowboys, Keonashi, Girl of Glass, and Wielded Steel are going out on a North American tour this fall. Starting September 4th in Atlanta, Georgia at the Masquerade Heaven. That show will be the Callous Dowboys supporting Health. Finishing September 24th in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma at 89th Street. Belphegor, Christian, and Assagraum are going on a fall European and UK tour with one more band still to be announced. Starting September 29th in Essen, Germany at Two Rock, finishing October 18th in London, England at the Underworld. And lastly, Speed is going on. It has posted some European and UK dates, mostly festival appearances. Starting August 14th in Dinkelsbühl, Germany at Summer Breeze Festival, finishing September 6th in Neath, Wales at The Arch. So that is hitting the road for the 6th through the 12th.
I was going to talk about this festival. It actually started on the 10th, but it's going through to the 14th, so it's still got a couple of days left. So,
okay.
But ahead of opening the festival gates tomorrow, the Czech Republic's Rock for People has announced that it officially sold out. So that's awesome to hear that they did that. Taking place at Park 360 in, I don't know how to spell that, Heretic Kralove? I don't know. I'm not Czech, so I have no idea how to pronounce that. So about an hour and a half outside of Prague. I don't know that one. It's one of the largest Central European festivals, and it's kicking off their 31st year. Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. Sold Out Festival is a huge confirmation of our fans' trust, said festival director Ludik Matika. We expect 50,000 people from the Czech Republic and abroad at the Park 360 every day, and we ourselves are incredibly excited. So it's going on from June 10th to June 14th with over 200 artists playing on the fairgrounds. The festival grounds, sorry. With the headliners such as Iron Maiden, Gorillaz, Bring Me the Horizon, Halsey, and Limp Bizkit, alongside supporting programs such as theater, lectures, workshops, contemporary art, and dozens of other activities with dedicated art and fashion zones. Accompanying the headliners for this year's Rock for the People consists of Megadeth, Tom Morello, Papa Roach, The Pretty Reckless, Blood Incantation, Bloody Wood, and so much more. Offering over 130 types of beer and dozens of food trucks, the Czech Festival is going to bring a full-throttle lineup to the table. While festival passes are completely sold out, there are a few one-day tickets for Saturday and Sunday remaining. So there you go. So
very cool. Sold out festival. I like it.
So let me see what they got going on. Let's see. Saturday, they have Halsey, Nothing But Thieves, Within Temptation, Baby Shambles, Black Bear, Don Bracco, Lionheart, Alessi Rose, Alt Black Era, Bad Flower, Barry Tomorrow, Delta Heavy, Grade 2, Holy Water, I Killed the Prom Queen, Keo, Malevolence, there you go, Overgrown, Overpass, Police Symphony Orchestra, President, Resin, Silent Planet. Did we just talk about them?
They were chucking their T-shirts into the crowd. So
Spill Town.
They won't be doing that at a festival. There's
probably not. Yeah, they probably. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. The Funeral Portrait, Venus Girls, West Side Cowboy, Yannicka, Acid Row, Berlin Manson, Hopes, and Simon Opp. 14th is going to be headed by Iron Maiden. And also on that night, on that day, is Saxon Alter Bridge, Not to Loose, Alex is on Fire, God is an Astronaut, Queensryche, Alice and Dan Barta, Black Gold, Cold Meat Party, Florence Black, Gridiron, uh, Chirpy, yeah, Chirpy, I've never heard of that.
All right.
Loathe, Lunar Sea, Man with a Mission, Mid Rift, Military Gun, NOHA, Rain City Drive, Reflections of Karma, Scene Queen, Sleep Theory, Atavist. Okay, I thought I had activist. It didn't have a C in it.
Yeah.
Atavist. Okay, the Lilacs, the Molotovs, Villanova. Wait a minute, that's not Villanova. That's Villanova. Okay,
Yeah.
Frozen Poppy Head and White Fruit Honey. So that's so if you're planning on going out the next 2 nights, that's who you're looking at seeing there. So.
Yeah.
So very cool. Now,
Yeah.
I'm glad to see. That's the thing is like people talk about metal, but it's still selling out all over the world. Dude. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's
It's
not
not
like
going anywhere, guys. It's
yeah,
not going.
yeah. I think that speaks volumes in itself because of it being able to do that without the airplay and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, to be able to do that without the airplay is
Oh
just
yeah.
unreal, man. It's like crazy to
Yeah,
me.
I mean it's word of mouth. It's and yeah,
Yeah,
to toot our own horn a little bit. It's podcasts and and
yeah,
TikTok and stuff like that. So I mean, yeah, I mean the metal community basically takes care of its own, and we kind of you know we do our best to share with each other. So yeah, I
mhm,
mean we don't really need mainstream's help. I mean, I know I talked about it last week where it's like one thing where on one hand you kind of do wish it was like as popular as it was back in the 80s, but at the same time it's like, you know what? It's our music. We'll do with it what we want. And
right.
people
Yeah.
who the people who truly enjoy it and listen to it and respect it are still going to do that. So I mean, it's just,
Mhm.
we don't need MTV. Fuck MTV.
Right.
So
It's the it's the
so yeah, yeah.
it's the people's music.
Yes, it is. It is the
Uh, yeah, that's a horrible rock impression, by the way. So,
people.
uh, oh wow, that will lead us into our theme of the week.
Theme of the week.
This week we went with above and below. Um, I got the above side of things, I guess here. So I first went with In Flames, I Am Above from Eye of the Mask 2019. Then with Evil, Control from Above from Hell Unleashed 2021. Then with our friends Shadow of the Talisman, As Above from As Above, So Below
Hmm.
2025. Hopefully you got
Song,
the other
song
side of
and
that.
album. Yeah.
Hopefully you got the other side of that, but we'll see. In This Moment, As Above, So Below from Mother 2020. Saint Sonia, Above It All from Introvert 2022. And this one's a new one. So Black Label Society, Above and Below from Engines of Demolition 2026. Trivium, Rise
Nice.
Above the Tides from Silence in the Snow 2015. Malevolence, Above All Else from Malicious Intent 2022. The Acacia Strain, Above, that was a single in 2013. Axel Rudy Pell, High Above from Into the Storm 2014. Bastardane, Above All from Is This Rage 2022. Anthrax, Death from Above from Fistful of Metal 1984. Artillery, Rise Above It All from When Death Comes 2009. And polished it off with Orbit Culture, Death Above Life from Death Above Life 2025.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So my half being the below part, leading off with Below by Yorn
Very,
off
very,
yeah.
very nice, very metal.
Yes. Yes. I like
Human,
it.
human monies.
Yes. All the dollars. All right. Leading off with Below by Yorn off Spirit Black from 2009. Then I had Fire Burns Below by Judas Priest off of Stained Class from all the way back in 1978. Fire Below by Gamma Ray off No World Order from 2001. Then So Below by Shrapnel off of In Gravity from 2024. Waves Below from Eoton off Access All Worlds from 2021. That's a band that I think I've never included on a list until now, so that's kind of cool.
Hmm.
Below the Line by Brainstorm. off On the Spur of the Moment from 2011. Then Trampled Down Below by Black Label Society off Grimmest Hits from 2018. Not Grimmest Hits, Grimmest Hits. The End Begins Below the Surface by Soilwork from The Ride Majestic from 2015. From the Tombs of Five Below by Unearth off Watchers of the Rule from 2014. Zero and Below by Crowbar. Excuse me. Oof. From Crowbar off the album of the same name from 2022. Beneath the Machine by Sanctity off Road to Bloodshed from 2007. Under Siege by Amon Amarth off Deceiver of the Gods from 2013. Beneath the Earth by Dustbolt off Awake the Riot from 2014. Beneath the Silt by Machine Head off of Catharsis, which gets way more shit than it deserves, from 2018. Under the Lights by Brainstorm, so 2 by Brainstorm, which, friends of the show, it is what it is. Off of Metis Mortis from 2001. Skull Beneath the Skin by Megadeth off Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good from 1985. Then Beneath My Swirl from our friends in the Defaced off Karma in Black from 2003. Nice. Under One by Overkill off WFO from 1994. Then we have Under Siege from our friends in Whirlwind off of 1714 from 2022. And, I had Beneath the Sun by Trivium off Silence in the Snow from 2015. And yes, I had So Below from our friends Shadow of the Talisman off As Above, So Below from 2025. And I'm going to... There's one that I want to add that's not metal, but... if you guys follow the show for any length of time, you guys probably don't know this at this point, but yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of my dad passing away. Now, we've talked about it on the show before, like what our musical influences are, what our backgrounds and everything were. Well, my mom and dad were basically the reason why I started, when I was a kid listening to rock and roll, stuff like Aerosmith and Blondie and Journey, stuff like that, Bob Seger, and so they were basically the foundation of being a rock and roll fan, and obviously getting older, graduating into heavier stuff, and here we are. So I'm gonna put Fire Down Below by Bob Seger on the list as a tribute to my dad. Because it's one of those things, we all have influences, all of our favorite bands and musicians have influences. And, so, kind of from a fan base perspective, my parents were the influence for eventually becoming a metalhead. So right. as a tribute to my dad, I'm going to put Fire Down Below by Bob Seger off of Night Moves from 1976 on the list as a tribute to him. So. Yeah,
good stuff, man. Yeah, I don't. Anybody's got a problem with that. It's just fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just fucking cold. Period. So.
Yeah.
So, all right, get that playlist together for you guys and post it up.
Hey, is Susie texting you from the living room?
No, I was something went off, and I never, like, my weather app's been kind of in and out, so I just now seen what it was going to be tomorrow. I'm like, holy shit, like 90 degrees, like, I'm not ready
it's been so gross this week.
Yeah,
and it's only the beginning. That's what sucks. I mean, we're
just not even summer yet. We're not even in summer.
No, that's so. I mean, it's not going to get any better, really. So yeah.
Right.
Album review time.
I'll get a little break from all that shit.
You will, yeah, you will.
Oh man, album review time. Yes, my album review this week was from the band Bloodhunter, Sons of the Abandoned. They are a melodic death metal band from Madrid, Spain, and formed in 2008. So they've been around a while, and so this is the thing. I have heard of Bloodhunter, and I've kind of heard some singles here and there, and all that, but I haven't like formally listened to them as far as like from front to back on an album. I've never done that, so yeah. I said, well, we'll give it a shot, see what we got. So current members are Danny Arcos, guitarist, I don't know if she spells is it Diva or Diva Satanica.
I'm pretty sure it's Diva.
Probably vocals, and probably that's probably not even her real name. Uh,
Oh, not.
Guillermo Starless on guitars, Adrian Perales on drums, and then Fabian Tejeda on bass. So this is the band's fourth full-length release. It's 11 songs, 45 minutes, 4 seconds in length. I think I think I said this to you, but just out the gate, this gave me some very very strong Arch Enemy vibes.
Yeah, you did.
Diva or Diva, however she wants to say it, definitely has that similar sound to Alyssa White Glues. So it's definitely more more guttural, some clean, it's like here and there, not a lot. So it definitely reminded me of old school, like the old school Alyssa White Arch Enemy,
Gotcha.
more than it did more, because she had done a lot of more clean stuff recently.
Yeah.
So definitely reminded me more of that. So the drumming kind of is what stood out to me on this one. It was very fast, very heavy. So I mean, it was almost like when it kicked in, everything else was like, shit, we got to keep up. It's like,
Right.
yeah, it was very, very impressive. It stood out to me as far as like when you're, for some reason, some instruments just stand out, even with the compositions. For some reason, the
Hmm.
drums really did that on this one. So, not that it overpowered anything, but it was definitely the first thing you probably kind of, you know, you know, kind of, I guess, swing toward. I guess I don't know, but anyway, guitar work on this is amazing because same here with the Arch Enemy. You get that. You got that dueling guitar effect, I think, with some really nice riffs, especially during some of the breakdowns. You can definitely hear two different tones of the guitar when both of the guitars with different tones, which tells me that both guitarists are soloing together, kind of like a solo off or something, which is cool. I mean, I don't have no issue with that at all. So.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that each song gave off a different tone. It wasn't never anything like I never did hear anything to make me think, oh well, did that song end or that song? Sometimes we do that. It's like, did that song end or what the fuck? But because sometimes we'll be listening to stuff and don't even realize we're in a different song. But
Yeah.
definitely was not the case here. It definitely had a distinct sound in each song, which I thought was really really good.
That's
Um,
I like that. Yeah.
yeah. So the only strange thing to me was they had a instrumental. I think it was like track 7, like a 3 minute 42 second instrumental. I just thought it was kind of a weird placement on the album, but 3 minutes as an instrumental is I'm cool with that. So
Yeah.
it counts as a full track if you're looking at it that way. So.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
so to wrap it up, I'm usually not a big fan of this genre or sound outside of Arch Enemy, really. But I thought this was really well done, and I'm gonna give it 4 horns. I
All right. Nice.
kind of dug it. So I'm going to go back and listen to some of their other stuff. So
Nice. All right. My album review this week is the new album "Altered State" by Defiled. They are a death metal band from Tokyo, Japan.
oh wow,
Yeah, their lyrical themes are vengeance, wrath, anger, domination, and hatred. They are currently signed to Season of Mist. They were formed in 1992.
oh wow,
They didn't release their first album until 1999. This new album is their ninth full-length studio album. The current members are Yusuke Sumida. He is the only original member. Then we have Kaisuke Hamada on drums, or Yusuke Sumida is on guitar. I don't know if I said that. Kaisuke Hamada on drums, Shinichiro Hamada on guitar and vocals, and Takashika Nakajima on bass. So they are a quartet. Hang on just a second. Hey, knock it off, dog. Get out. Go play. Go, go play. So yeah, two guitars, vocals, drums, bass, all that good stuff. Just a regular, standard recipe. You know how we always talk about how we how we feel about intros, whether or not they're instrumentals, whether or not they make sense,
Right.
and whether or not they flow into the second track or whatever. Yeah, this album didn't do any of that shit. Jesus, Jesus Christ. You remember like years ago in New York City where there was like reports of those people playing that knockout game where they would just like walk up to somebody randomly and they just like knock them the fuck out and walk away? That's what
Oh no, I don't remember that.
that's what this album does. There's no fucking warning, no slow burn, no lead in, no nothing. Just a fucking RKO out of nowhere of goddamn fucking drums and guitars. Holy shitballs! I was not expecting that.
It's
The
so funny. You was talking about New York, and you said Naka. I thought you was about to say Nakatomi Plaza or something.
no. That was in LA anyway,
Well, whatever. It was like,
but the new album, by the way, the new album is 14 tracks long, 43 minutes and 12 seconds. But you got 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3.5, 2.5, 4, 2.5. So I mean, relatively short songs. But what the tracks lack in duration, they more than make up for in tempo. Holy Jesus! Like I say, right off. I mean, there's like no fucking warning at all. I mean, the very first track. I mean, fucking hammering snare drums, bass, double bass drums, just fucking nuts. The guitar's going crazy. So I mean, that just basically set the tone for the entire album. I mean, there's no slowing down. There's really no, there's really nothing but up tempo. There's really no mid tempo. There are a few songs towards the back half of the album that actually had a little bit of a groove to them. So it
okay.
wasn't just full fledged out and out death metal all the way through, where it's just let's play everything as fast as we can for however long the song is. They actually kind of changed the pace a little bit. They didn't slow the pace down, but they kind of like changed the rhythm a little bit without sacrificing the tempo, and threw a little bit of groove in there. There's a really cool kind of a really chunky bass line in track 6, the degradation. The funny thing about the album, the way it's composed is even though you have two guitar players, the dominant instrument is the drums on this album. The drums are like really in the forefront on the album from front to back. And it's almost like the guitars complement the drums instead of the other way around.
Right.
It's almost like the drums are incorporating the main riff and then the guitars are complementing, filling in for the rhythm section. Now, it's not 100% true, but I mean that's just kind of what
Yeah.
it seems like. But it
And
is
that's same with same
yeah,
with the album I listened to
yeah.
too. That's
But it
kind of what I
is
felt
but
too.
but it is mixed to where the dominant instrument is the drums. And this I mean, my God, Kaisuke Hamada is out of his fucking mind. I would like to see if there's any drum cam footage of him playing this shit, because Jesus, holy shit! Just listening to it, I can only imagine watching him do it. Uh, let's see, Shinichiro. He's got the guttural death metal growls and everything, but he does have some moments where he cleans it up a little bit. Don't get it twisted. He doesn't sing clean at all. That's why I threw the air quotes in there. He cleans it up a little bit to where you can make out some things that he's saying, and he actually seems to actually speak English very well. So I mean, I don't know what his educational background is or anything like that, but so who knows? But I mean, it could be one of those things like when you when we listen to any of these European bands, they sound just like us until you talk to them, and then
Right.
that's when the accent kicks in. But so I don't really know, but I mean, so yeah, it is 43 minutes of just high octane, pulse pounding, just death metal all the way through. Like I say, sprinkle in a little bit of groove. Not really a whole lot of guitar solos. There's two or three in there, But they still kind of almost take a back seat to the drums. So, a little bit of a different take on composition and mix and everything. So, be interested to kind of hear if any of their other albums are kind of composed the same way. But I enjoyed this one. I'm going to give it three and a half horns.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, speaking of new music, have you listened to the new Valkyrie's Fire yet?
Actually, you would have thought that I would have by now, and I promise you that I would have if I wouldn't have had to make the impromptu trip to the
Gotcha.
animal clinic that I had to make because I there was one of the things I had planned on doing. I had some other singles that I wanted to listen to, and I haven't had a chance to yet. So I feel really bad about that, but I will. But I am wearing the Valkyrie's Fire shirt because our friends in Valkyrie's Fire, they do have a the lead single from their upcoming album, Burning Sky, that released today. So, it's streaming everywhere. They do have the music video that accompanies it coming out on Tuesday, and they do have a special guest, and I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's a major get for them, and it
Oh, definitely.
especially for Dave, especially for
Yeah.
Dave. Super
Yeah.
happy for him. But go check out the new track and the if I remember correctly, I think the new album comes out July 22nd. Don't hold me to that,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
but it's
We have it already, I think.
but it's coming out. It's coming out soon. But yeah, so the lead single is out. But so yeah, check that out. And then speaking of new music coming up, over at heavymusichq.com, our friends over there, looking ahead to next Friday, June 19th, leading off with Alien with a self-titled re-release. We have Avarice with Perpetual Ruin, Axe Master with Of Beasts and Plagues. We have Bantoriak with Volume 2, Baphomet's Blood with Second Strike, that's a re-release. We have Belarus Beaver with Grind Off Den Brune Buffet, Belvedere with 7 Years of Bad Luck, Blood Mother with a self-titled album, The Carburetors with Rewrite at Night. There's probably, there might be a song about a car on there. The
Probably.
Conflux Collective with In the Wake of Saturn. That's an inside joke.
Yes.
That's a very inside joke. Cutthroat with Invoking Terror. That's an EP. Cyclopic with Flesh of Chaos. Demetra's Scars with Born Unbroken. Down with Over the Under. That's a re-release. Drakkar with Noir. I'm kidding. Drakkar with Invasion. We have Einherjar with Lifeblood. We have Endseeker with Coffinborn. That's an EP. Eternal Recurrence with a self-titled EP. False Messiah with Seven. What's in the box? We have Flicked with Sinister Strain. Genocide Doctrine with Total Totalitarian. God, I'll get it out in a minute, maybe. Gin Lady with Toads and Diamonds, Volume 1, live in Spain. Goldspire with Step into Shadow, Green Desert Water with Eerie Meadows, Humaniac with Fourth Attempt, Death Gaze, Hyena/Rising Fall, Heavy Metal Heroes, that's a split EP, If I Die Today with I Felt Nothing, Inherits the Void with a Silent Abscission, Innuendo with Not Lost, Inscribed with Upon the Twisted Throne, Into Darkness with Route to the Other Side, Iron Cobra with Eternal Dagger, Judas Priest with the Best of Judas Priest, Kerry King with From Hell I Rise Extended Deluxe Edition, Kilter with 10 Billion Years, Liminal Sky with All Tomorrow's Darkness, LMI with VEP, Lone Shore with Nothing Left to Deconstruct, Lost in Kiev with We're All Going to Be Fine, Lumen Ad Mortem with A Grave Ascent, Man Rabid with the Messiah Complex 1, that's an EP, Marillion with Marillion.com, that's a re-release, Matador with 3, Mork with Monolith, Mud Shovel with Little White Hair, Niriti with Drupad Anutpada, sure, Apophatic Ragas of Non-Origination. Okay. Plane
Yeah.
Drifter with Gestalt, Prince of Failure with a self-titled album, Prompts with Parasite Dream, that's an EP, Pyrexia with Sermon of Mockery, that's a re-release, Quiet Fear with La Tierra Arriba and El Abisimo Abajo, so I don't know if that's a split, but that's a slash album. Seidon with Fang Driller, Scars Beneath Memory's Wrist, Score Datura with Led into Oblivion, Scythe with Boiled Alive, Shadowborn with Heavens Falling, Solitone with Les Champs des Possibles, that's an EP, Stupidity with Beyond Stupidity, U.S. Bastards with Negligent Discharge, various artists with Ride the Rainbow, the ultimate tribute to Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, Warning with Rituals of Shame, War Thrash with No Light Shall Remain, and lastly, Witching Hour with Past Midnight. That is a re-release. So
Nice.
a little bit longer list this week. So
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be able to find something to listen to out of that. I have no doubts.
All right. Well, like I said, as we've talked about, radio station is kind of in
A state
I don't
of
want
flux.
to. I don't want to say construction phase. It's in a I guess rehoming phase. I
Yeah.
guess. So from what I understand, the servers that we were using were buffering really really bad. So he's trying to move everything over, and he's trying to do it without us having to go back and do it all ourselves. So he's trying to like get the current one, because since there's nothing really wrong with it but that, so he's trying to get the current stuff over to the new one.
Yeah.
So transferring all that data over is probably going to be long, since he's got 5 radio stations on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that we're kind of working on that. So hopefully we'll know something in the next couple of weeks with the status of that is. So as soon as we figure it out, we'll pass that along to everybody. So if you
Yep.
follow us on our socials, that's the way to find that out. So
That's right. And like I say, you can check us out on all of the socials and email us at metalheadsuniteusa@gmail.com. Spotify is where you can find all of our past band interviews and the playlist. So plenty of content to hold you guys over during our upcoming little sabbatical that we're going to take here. Speaking all of the social media platforms, we do have our Facebook group, our Facebook page. We are on X, we are on Instagram, we are on TikTok, Rumble, and we have our YouTube channel.
and Twitch.
And Twitch. Damn it, I knew there was one I forgot. Son of a... There's almost always one I leave out. I knew there was one. But yeah.
So there are some things I'm going to work on too while I'm off, hopefully. So we'll see how that works. I'm going to be kind of in a room at night with nothing to do. So so definitely going to be catching up on all of the interviews that we've done so far this year, and get caught up on that and get that kind of settled before we go into the second half of the year. So that's the main plan. Hopefully we can work on some other things, but right now that's the main plan. So
Yep.
so
Second half of the year is definitely.
I know it's crazy.
We'll,
I think that's what we're saying right now, but
yeah, and we'll be in full swing by the time we get back. So yeah.
So so we will definitely keep you posted on new music with the Spotify playlist and stuff. So we'll still be doing that. Chris will still be doing the Metalhead Minutes. So we'll still be doing things to keep you guys informed of what's going on. So it's not we're gonna. You just won't see our ugly mugs on this thing. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess with that being said, we will see you guys in July on the 17th. Is that what we said?
I believe it. I think it's going to be the 17th. Yeah. So
17th.
we'll let you guys know for sure. But
let's see. Wait a minute. 12.
It'll
It'll be the 18th. Because I'm coming back the 12th, and that's a Saturday, I think. No, you're right. That's a Sunday. You're right.
Yeah, this does.
So
yeah,
it is. So it is July 17th or 17th. Sorry,
July 17th. Yeah, so that is our tentative return date at this point. So.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
All right, guys. That being said, I guess we will call this one a cap it off. So.
That's right.
And also, just while we're live, I want to tell you guys happy 4th of July, because we won't see you then. So
right.
we'll get all that out of the way now. So
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
hopefully everybody comes back with their guitar playing fingers. So
that's right, all 10. Yeah. And and while we're thinking about it, next week here in the United States is Father's Day. So happy
that's
Father's
right.
Day.
Yeah,
Happy Father's Day. Happy 4th of July. So
yeah. And then Chris also have a birthday in that
I
meantime.
will. Yeah,
So,
I have a birthday while we're off too.
we'll have to hit him up when we get back. So
Yeah.
I will do a month worth of birthdays for everybody, but we'll definitely
Right. Yeah.
hit on the ones that are important. So
Yeah.
all right, guys. With that being said, we will end this one, and hopefully we'll see you back here in 4 weeks. Until then, keep those horns held high. Jump